sunrise paints the fence line wire. Coffee's hot, my heart's on fire. Grab my headphones and my spade for another promise made. To the ghosts in this old ground, listen for that telltale sound, just a whisper low and sweet beneath my tired, dusty feet. I'm not digging for the money, I'm not in it for the pay. I'm just searching for a story from a long forgotten day. Silver dime, a copper ring, the simple songs the soul can sing, more precious than what can be sold. I'm digging up the buried gold.
All right, we'd like to welcome you to first dig of the 2026, first video. We're into a place down here on it's in Anderson County, down in Knoxville. My wife got permission on this place. They're getting ready to tear the house down and build a new one. The house was originally from the 1800s and everything, so we're going to try to do the yard and go around the yard, and we'll be back with you on the first dig. I'll turn the camera around and show you a little picture of the house here real quick. You know, there's your old house and stuff and the property line and everything. So we'll be back with you on the first dig. I think it's going to be pretty good. We'll see. All right, well, my wife's on the board. She said it's a coin, so we're going to walk way over here and see what it is. Anyway, I'm going to turn the camera around. Here we go. What is it, hon?
It's a penny.
A penny. Okay, yeah, well, it's a memorial, it looks like. Oh, yeah, you can see the date on it. It's a 1980 penny, so
1987.
it's not that old, but it's a coin nonetheless. And like I always say, coins is good. So we are on to the next dig. I just had something that rang in 64 to 67, which is odd for this. It must have been turned up on its side because it gave me a different number. But I'll turn it around and show you what it is. If you can see it right there, it's a dime. It's not an old dime by no means, but it's a dime nonetheless. The coins is good. We're finding a few coins, so we're going to be on to the next. Just rung in something that was a 91. I'm going to turn it around and let you look at it, but I think it's an old knife handle. See right here? I think it's an old knife handle. I'm not sure, but it could be. It's pretty crusty, so I don't know. But it ringing in 91, 92, I thought it might be worth filming, but I can't really tell. I think it's what it is, though. On to the next. All right, my wife just found something pretty cool. I don't know what it rang in. She just hollered at me once she got it dug up. I'm going to turn the camera around and let you look at it. These are always cool. They're common on these old home sites, too. It's horrible that it's broke, but it's an old axe head. I can't tell if it's forged or not, but it's an old axe head. It's a good find nonetheless. If you like artifact stuff, it's a good find. All right, we're on to the next. I just found something that's cool. It's always cool to find these. I'll turn the camera around and let you see it. If you see it there, it's on top of the plug right here. It's on, but look at it. It is so cool. It's a little old, it's a toy car. It's got one wheel left. But I'll take it. Don't know how old it is. I'm assuming pretty old. I like finding stuff like this because somebody, has had a lot of fun with that. So I'll put it in the bag and we'll be on to the next. I just had a seedle in the 30s, 31, 32, so I figured it might be an old nickel, but to my surprise, it turned out to be an old, old iron cap, which is not typical for that signal. But I dug it anyway, so anyway, there it is. We're on to the next. Pretty crusty. And I'll get a picture of the side of the house here. It's the old house. We're fortunate that we got permission. And the landowner done told us whenever he tears the house down, since under the house is just a crawl space, he wants us to come back and metal detect that as crawl space. I told him we'd be glad to do it because when somebody's under there working on something, and the only way they got to get to it's crawl, they're losing stuff out of their pockets and everything, and we'd be glad to find it. Anyway, so we'll be on to the next dig. All right, this thing was deeper than they usually are, but me and my wife, we dug it out. I had to go get my good shovel, help her get it out, but I'm gonna turn it around. It's another, like a little horseshoe. There we go. It's in good shape though. All right, we're gonna go on to the next. Well, it's old and it's iron and it's cool, but I don't know what it is. I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you what it is. I do not have a clue what that is. But anyway, we're on to the next. All right, my wife is hollering. She found something old and cool, so we're gonna cripple her way down here and see if we can find out what it is. Coming off that hill, which I've done about fell twice, so we'll see what it is. All right, I'm gonna turn you around here. Okay, hang on. There is the hole. Oh, look at it. It is beautiful. Cool, that's a skeleton key. That is awesome. All right, we're on to the next. Finally finding a few old things. All right, y'all hang out with us. We'll be back in a minute. This is another view of the old house from the driveway. You know, they've got a lot of work to do, but we're gonna try to come back maybe in a day or two and see what else we can find. But we're still hunting. All right, see you on the next dig. I got something here that's pretty cool. I've thrown a bunch of them. Here we go. Oh, it sounded real good. Anyway, that's a horseshoe, the playing kind. All right, we'll be on to the next. All right, I just dug something pretty cool. It surprised me that it picked it up that deep. I'm gonna turn it around and let you look at it. See it laying there in the scattered out dirt right there. And it is, it's quarter, but I can't tell how old it is. Anyway, we'll clean him up and we'll see. All right, on to the next. All right, well, that old quarter was a 1977 quarter. I couldn't believe it had got that deep down in that hole, but anyway, we found it, we got it. That's what it is. We're on to the next. All right, I just found something pretty decent, but it's remarkably enough, it's still got some of the strapping, or some of the strapping with it. I'm gonna turn around and show it to you. I just dug this little old buckle here. It's a iron buckle, but it's got some old fabric to it. But anyway, don't know how old it is, but it's still pretty cool. It's a cool find. All right, we're on to the next. All right, I just had another cool find. It rung in the 90s, so I figured it was either junk or another toy. But anyway, this is another toy. I'll show it to you. It is a 1983 Hot Wheel. I don't know if you can see it there or not. It's hard to see in the sun, but it's a 1983 Firestone Hot Wheel. Anyway, another cool find. I think it is anyway. All right, well, let me know what you think in the comments. But I graduated in '82, so it's pretty old. All right, on to the next. All right, this was going to be my last hole of the day. Then we'll go up here and do a roundup. I dug it out, and it is Uno Nickel A, but I can't tell how old it is. I can't see that good. Maybe I can zoom it in when I get up here to the truck, see what year it is. It's not a war nickel. It's not shiny enough to be. A war nickel would still be pretty. All right, we're on to the next. All right, well, that's going to conclude our hunt for today. I'll turn this around and show you the finds we got. I kind of hoped this place would be a little better, and it still might be better once we go through that basement part of it, but you know, you don't know. So we're going to try to get back down here before, right after they tear the house down. And the landowner really wants us to go through that basement. I think he wants to be here on that one, so we're going to try to make sure he's here. And just like I said, you get a chance to do this, go ahead and get you one and get you some permission to go try it. It's good exercise. It'll make you sore a little bit, but anyway, it's a fun hobby. If you like history and old stuff, it's a fun hobby. All right, here we go. Let's see, we've got some old toys here. I googled this little race car here. It's from back in the 30s. The tanker truck I don't know about. It's not got a Tootsie Toy emblem in it or anything. And the Hot Wheel is a 1983 Hot Wheel. And we found some iron stuff. I don't know what that is. It's got a hole in the middle of it, so I don't know. Got any ideas? Comment. I don't know what it is. And some iron. And of course, an elephant shoe. No, I'm just joking. That's a horseshoe like you play with on you know, like you play the game horseshoes with. And then we come around here and I found some coins, a quarter, a nickel, and a dime. And an old spark plug, which is worthless. And my buckle, which I think the buckle's pretty cool. And the toys are pretty cool. And let's see what Sally found. She found her skeleton key, which is probably the find of the day, I would say. 2 old pennies. They're not old, but they're old. They've been in the ground a while. I think these are the ends to a fuse. Probably one of them old cardboard fuses, you know. And she found a horseshoe and that axe head. And she, you know, she found some more miscellaneous stuff that we just laid in the junk pile. But anyway, we're gonna get out of here and head home and try to grab us a bite to eat. Until next time, y'all have a good evening and try to keep these videos watched up. Subscribe if you get a chance. See you later.